Alright, we're back with more of Geneforge 2 Infestation. We're pretty much in the end game now. So let's go ahead and continue here. This room contains 3 shaping platforms. Each has a peculiar device next to it. The devices are control panels, bits of semi-organic machinery encased in protective cylinders of stone. Each has a protrusion pointing out of it, pointing at its platform. Each device also has an eyepiece. You are meant to look through it to see what is on the platform a few feet away. Very strange. It looks like survivors stare through the eyepiece and use pen and paper to record what they see. It doesn't take long to realize where you have seen devices like this before. The Radiant College has something very similar. Okay, so I do have to do some more fighting here, but that's alright. Alternatively, if you were going to be, some of the tanks in this room contain bubbling fluid, heated by the conduits underneath. Essence is being made here from water, a complex mix of nutrients, and a lump of already made essence as a starter. Soon these tanks will contain pure essence. This complex, nutrient-rich, half-alive substance is the main building block for the creation of life. Not all the tanks are being used to make essence. Others contain body parts scavenged from Dracon experiments. They bob in the fluid, being preserved for later experiments. At least these ones aren't that hard. The writing in this lab journal is crude and hard to read. It must have been written by a Draken. Most of it is tedious descriptions of failed experiments, but one entry is interesting. The Geneforge almost complete. Protective gloves have been made. Of course, these two elements are kept separate to avoid misuse. First tests on Drakens immediately when ready. Should create worthiness. Tests on other creatures interesting possibility. Horror expected. I don't know why I'm still picking stuff up, actually. We're in the end game. Some think that the Shapers are heartless for what they do to their creations. But whatever anyone thinks, Shapers never experiment on their own species. That is absolutely forbidden. Drakens have no such scruples. There are 8 Drakens in this room, held immobile on stone platforms. They are all recently made, and they are all different in some way. Some are different colors. Others have larger or smaller body parts. The eyes track you around the room. They are conscious. They are being imprisoned for observation, probably to gauge the efficiency of the changes their fellows have worked on them. This new powerful reptilian race is incredibly skilled, dedicated, and merciless. They will pay any cost to eliminate weakness from their species, and all this vitality and cruelty will then be focused on the Shapers. You do wonder why it was felt necessary to restrain these Drakens in such an extreme manner. They must be rogue. This journal lists hundreds of creations that have been kept in these cages. All were Drakens, Gazers, or Rock Gross. Each listing says what happened to the creation. The options were disposal, used for service, dissection, sent to Gazak Us, or hopelessly insane. All the last category were Gazers. On the last page, you find something interesting. At the top of the page, it says, Gazak Us enters access. Below this heading is a picture of a strange, complicated piece of carved crystal. It looks like it has been broken into 3 parts. There is a lot of machinery in here, all hooked up to shaping vats. The configuration is strange. You aren't sure what it's all for. The tanks look like standard incubation tanks, but larger. Their doors hang open. They haven't been used yet. Oh my gosh, where is the freaking... Care about any of this stuff? Let me... Okay. This is just loot and stuff like that. No, how do I get to, How do I get to the other guy, last guy? Game, how do I get to the last guy? I don't care about fighting all these things. Oh. Okay, maybe it is. Maybe I do have to fight off these guys. No, I'm not trying to target myself, stupid. Attack these guys. It would be very, very sad if I die here. Come on. Oh, come on, game. Oh, yeah, we're definitely reloading. There's no way. Nope. Reload. Been able to sneak past them before. Come on, stop it with the stuns already. Oh! Stop it with the stuns already. Lord. Oh my gosh, I really have to fight all these things. How do you do this on the pacifist then? What the heck? You're supposed to really have to sneak past all this? I guess I do have to fight my way out, pretty much. So annoying. I do not want to have to fight every single I know some people might have said, well, that's part of the game, isn't it? Not really. I mean, you can sneak, you can avoid fights, you can do this. Okay, we gotta reload. There's no way. The egg facility has to be nearby. It has to be where all those freaking takers are guarding. Okay, so I guess I do. I didn't want to, but. Okay, I already read all that. care about that. That. Enough of the stupid stuns already. I really have to fight every single one of these things. So there's no way I can fight like every single one of them. There has to be a way I can sneak past them. And the guide doesn't tell me, that I'm looking up, doesn't tell me where exactly to sneak past. Which is annoying. It at least tell me how to kill Raucous. I mean, I am grateful for that. Stupid stuns already. I am so over the stuns, I swear. They're just so stun heavy. But the exit has to be... No! Get away from me. Nope. Get away from me, you stupid gazer. Gosh. Stop it with the stupid stuns already. Good lord. How do I get out of here? How do I get out of here is the question. Nope. Not accepting that. I'm reading that stuff twice now. Did it really just go past me? These long holes hold row after row of incubation chambers. They sit there, slightly dusty, ready to be called into service to help create hordes of drakons. Some have been used, but most look new. They could have already been used to make a deadly army. Oddly, they haven't yet. You aren't sure, but you suspect you know why. The drakon design has not been adequately perfected. The Takers have not created the perfect warriors needed to fight the Shapers, so they continue to wait and work. When the Takers are content with their designs, you have no doubt that this facility will spring to life. Rations of devastating power will pour out of here, ready to scourge the Shapers and anyone else in their way. Oh, come on. Where is an exit at? Nope, we're reloading. I'm gonna keep doing this until... Enough of it. It's done, so I swear. Oh, you know what I could use, actually? I could be using Delirium. That should enable me to sneak past them. Holy these freaking stuns, though. How many of these things are there? Okay, come on. Enough of the freaking stuns and all this other stuff. Okay, whatever. If I have to take them all on, then I will. Come on. How'd you do this as a pacifist, though? Like, I don't understand how you do this as a pacifist, then. There's like so many, if there's like an whole army waiting for you. I don't care to read all that. The book contains many lovely detailed sketches, doubtless drawn by survivals of misshapen Draken and Rothgrot body parts. By each drawing is a long series of symbols. There are 4 different letters in the solid alphabet arranged in long sequences that make no sense to you. Okay, I already read all that. Read all that. Wait, I wonder if I can lure some of them over. Oh, I wonder if I can lure them over to the, yeah, okay, let's do that. Let's do that. All they're doing is causing me way too much trouble right now. What do you mean not enough action points? Oh, that is stupid. I can't even use this to work it out. Okay, whatever. I'll fight them all. I really had to fight every single one of these. Okay. Stop it with the stuns already. Finally. Oh my gosh, how many of these things are there? Good lord. No, stun him. Get him out of the way. Get him out of the freaking way. I need that battle alpha out of the way. I'm still curious, how did you do this as a pacifist? Because I can't figure out how to do that. How did that not hit? What the crap? I need more living tools? Man. Alright, fine. I really wanted to just get this over with. I didn't spend any more time than I wanted to. How do I get to the Geneforge, though? Okay, let me look this up. I don't get what it's asking me to do here. Oh no, this guy does not tell me where to get to the Geneforge, though, is the thing. Guess I just have to fight this whole thing. Good Lord. Come on. How many of these things do I have to fight? Oh, no, no, no. Oh, Geneforge. There it is. Okay. Okay, good lord. You enter the core of Benari Us. It is very hot, the ceilings are low. You can feel the weight of the mountain above you pressing down on you, and you start to feel claustrophobic. You're far underground. Magic is heavy in the air. It's hard to see and hear, and your skin tingles. Heavy mist hangs in the air, and everything is damp. Sometimes sparks fly off the walls and ceiling. An obelisk near you reads Geneforge. So that's what the Drakons are building here? But what is it? Oh, I don't want to have to fight a bunch of stuff right now. Yeah, whatever. So much freaking fighting. How do you even do this as a pacifist? I don't get how you do this as a pacifist, like, really. I have to fight so much stuff. Okay, let me actually try this. I need full, Oh, I can go through it. Wait, up here? Wait, where was the entrance up here? Neri Us. Oh, okay, I get it. So yeah, we still needed to kill rockets regardless, but this is a control room where the fantastically complicated and delicate machinery in this workshop is operated. Most of the direction takes place using 4 large panels, 2 on either side of the room. The panels are of shaper design, half organic, half stone, featuring a bewildering array of switches, knobs, and buttons. Their complexity easily defeats your knowledge of mechanics. The lack of labels doesn't help. There are, however, several smaller panels and devices around the room. They might be more useful. This device is fully functional and humming slightly. It has several switches on the side. With skill, you could figure out how to operate them. Strangely, though there are controls, there are no lights or other indication of whether the device is functioning or not. There is a label below the controls. It says Power Sync VATS BC. You try to operate the controls. Though there are no sensors or other ways to tell what you've done, you notice that your actions change how the machine vibrates. You play with it until the device makes a different, stable sound. What effects that has, you can't be sure. The noise is a little quieter now. Nope. Okay, so yeah, if you're a pacifist, then you have to go through the north rather than the south here. Roll. No. Can't be attacked here. No! Nope. Alright, how do I do this? Right. Okay, so yeah, this does require a bit of a trickery here. Or a bit of a... Okay, well that disabled that. This is a complex device formed from steel and crystal. It sits atop the power conduits on the floor, modulating the power flow. The jolts of energy flowing through the conduit come out in a more constant stream. You are tempted to smash it, but that would probably result in a fatal explosion. On the other hand, a skilled person can sabotage the device to keep it from controlling and smoothing out the power. You tinker with the machinery. You reach inside and slightly shift the crystals that modulate the flow of power. It's a subtle change. You have to concentrate to notice it, but too much power is flowing to the west now. At last, you have found the secret treasure of the Takers, the key to their dreams of freedom, the whole reason Veneri Us was brought back to life. This is a Geneforge. It's pretty impressive. It is a pool of goo, not unlike an essence pool. It is slightly alive, swirling in a stone vat. However, there are solid things in it. Occasionally, one bubbles to the surface, a scale, a fang, an eye stalk. It must function like one of the canisters, remaking one who comes into contact with it. The bits of flesh serve as templates, guiding the Geneforge as it rewrites the creature who touches it. You've seen how much power one can get from a single canister, but a huge vat of the stuff? If it works, it could totally remake the user, granting awesome power, or complete madness, or both. The Geneforge is an amazing accomplishment, but no matter what your allegiance, it is frightening too. To learn more, you would have to examine it closely. You inspect the Geneforge more closely. The substance in the pool is surprisingly hot and caustic. Its vapors make your eyes water and your skin burn. It is powerful stuff, charged with as much magic as the essence can hold. There are lots of things in the swirling essence. Shards of crystal, and bits of creations and sachets of alchemical herbs. Stones and bones and wet little shapes you don't recognize. It's a remarkably complicated, powerful, dangerous device. You leave the Geneforge alone. It's far too dangerous to be trifled with. I got a medal for that. Steel plate. Honestly, I might as well put that on because the stuns are annoying. So what happens if I do try to destroy it? An interesting goal, but you have no idea how to achieve it. It's large and infused with power. You try picking up a shard of crystal and tossing it in there. There is a hiss and a cloud of smoke. The stone absorbs the incredible energy stored within would probably defeat any attempt to pollute it or disrupt the mixture. It must be possible to destroy the thing. It just isn't readily apparent now. The moment you plunge your hands into the searing hot mixture, it begins to act on you. Since you have no protection, the effect is instant. The charge essence shoots throughout your body. Following the instructions that Eos and the other Drakes have programmed into it, the Geneforge begins to rewrite you, altering every bit of your body. Unfortunately, the changes being made are designed to improve a Draken. Alas, those very same changes applied to a human body have a less positive effect. Instead of your skin getting stronger, it peels off. Instead of growing claws, your fingers twist and snap. Instead of your heart growing, it explodes. At moments, you're reduced to a shattered, twitching mess. At least because you had no protection, it happens so fast that your suffering, while incredibly intense, was brief. Okay. Nope. 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 These vats are full of fresh essence. The mixtures are not yet completed. The heat from the conduits keeps the stuff warm and bubbling. It swirls around in its vats. Nothing is stirring it. Its semi-living nature keeps itself moving. The essence is exceptionally pure and is being made with exceptional care. Apparently only the finest materials will do the work being completed here. You stand before the Draken Master of Binary Us. He is different from the other Drakens you have seen. He is larger and stronger, though you doubt that even his physical near perfection will be enough to satisfy his kind. Something else makes this mighty creation unusual. A garment. His hands are covered with a giant pair of pure steel gloves. The gloves are a strange hybrid of metal and shaped flesh, quietly humming and hissing. You've never seen anything like them. Who are you? I am Eos, he says. He looks down at you coldly, without fear. You read no coherent motions in his reptilian eyes. Master of Binary Us, you are Shaper Eve, the invader. I knew that your crimes would not cease until you faced me. Now I have seen you. I have seen how weak and small you are. A walking wad of soft pink flesh. The Geneforge has been completed. Now you'll be the first to die. Eos strides towards you, ready to fight. Who created you? I was created by Sith. Sith was created by Raucus. Raucus was created by Barzal. I am but a link in the chain. What happened to Sith? She died. She was consumed in an accident when we created the Geneforge mixture. Eos is saddened by the memory, a surprising, recognizable emotion. But it is not the important matter. We must complete the Geneforge. What do you mean by a link in the chain? The Drakons are a chain. One creates a better one. That one creates a better one, and so it will go until we achieve perfection. Then war begins. War with who? The enemy, the Shaper Council. They created us, they will reap the consequences. You will kill all the Shapers? No, you will die, but other Shapers who submit will be spared. I know we seem mad to you, but we can show more mercy than your kind. You will kill other humans? No, the common humans suffer under Shaper rule like we do. We will make some kind of a peace with them. There's something I want to know. Eos grows impatient. He snorts. Your time for knowing is over. You will never learn anything again. Prepare to defend yourself. Before I die, could you tell me what the Geneforge is? Eos stops, surprised. He can't decide whether to slay you or gloat about his victory. He decides to play with you for a little bit. It is like those puny canisters Barzites use. Far, far stronger. It will convert us Drakons into pure, perfect forms. It is your own technology. It was a Shaper invention created on Susia Island. We creations brought the secret here and we rebuilt it. Now we will use it against you. The Shapers will have no chance against our new might. But if it will make you so powerful, why didn't you use it before fighting me? It has only just been completed. It is delicate. I will not give you the chance to disrupt me on my time of my final victory. Before you kill me, at least let me see the Geneforge be used. I want to see the mastery of our craft. Yes, Eos is understandably skeptical about this. You put every bit of diplomatic skill and Shaper sincerity into your words. He thinks. In the end, his arrogance wins out. He is pathetically eager to show off his new toy. Then follow. Be warned, Eve. Your death is only delayed, not prevented. I will use the Geneforge. Our war begins with symbolic humiliation. I will use your tools to become powerful beyond your comprehension. Eos waves a gloved hand. The door at the north end of the room opens. Beyond, you can see the Geneforge. Eos turns and walks toward it. Eos stands at the side of the Geneforge. His massive form trembles with excitement. He has forgotten that you are there. He pauses one last time. Contemplating the final moments of his mundane existence. And he bends down and plunges his massive gloved claws into the Geneforge. The changes are immediate. Under his scales, his muscles move around, growing and shifting. There is a tearing sound. He screams. His eyes grow fiery red, and his fangs grow long. As he rises, his body glows, infused with essence and power. Eos roars in triumph. Very soon he will become phenomenally powerful. This is the control mechanism for the Geneforge. You are able to figure out what it does to control the power flow. Right now, however, it doesn't do very much. Oh. I was supposed to charge these up real quick. Oh, okay. You have to, but too much power is flowing to the west now. Okay, hurry. If you tried, you might be able to use this machine to send a power surge into the Geneforge. It's very complex. You work with the controls quickly, trying to bypass the safety mechanisms and send a surge of energy into the Geneforge. At first it is difficult, but then you start to make progress. Finally, triumphantly, you slam the last lever home. A surge of power flies down the conduits into the storage crystals, and from there into the delicate mixture of the Geneforge. It immediately starts to boil. The organic parts hiss and die. Thick globs of acid and essence start to fly out. Anyone touching the Geneforge will be in serious trouble. Oh, but I was supposed to kill him. Okay. Okay, first. Okay, so that was my mistake. I should have charged all these up first. That real quick. Blowing to the west now. But too much power is flowing to the west now. Okay, perfect. That's what we were supposed to do. Okay. Yeah, it's not gonna work if, it's not gonna kill him immediately if, we didn't do that. I feel so dumb now, honestly. Okay. Once again, we have to sneak past these fools, but we can do it. Nope. I'm glad I didn't quick save. Quick save at a very bad point. Okay, so yeah, this is what you need to do as a pacifist. Alright. Again, this is a control mechanism for the Geneforge. You are able to figure out what it does, control the power flow. There's currently a lot of power flowing into the room, but this device holds it all back. If you tried, you might be able to use this machine to send a power surge into the Geneforge. It's a very complex device though with several safeguards. It would be difficult. You work with the controls quickly, trying to bypass the safety mechanisms and send a surge of energy into the Geneforge. At first, it is difficult, but then you start to make progress. Finally, triumphantly, you slam the last lever home. A surge of power flies down the conduits into the storage crystals, and from there into the delicate mixture of the Geneforge. It immediately starts to boil. The organic parts hiss and die. Thick globs of acid and essence start to fly out. Anyone touching the Geneforge will be in serious trouble. The power surge disrupts the Geneforge. It sprays about a gout of charged essence all over Eos. It strikes his bare flesh, changing him without the protective force of the gloves. He screams and flails as the caustic fluid begins to warp and dissolve his flesh. He begins to stagger around the room, clawing desperately at his changing skin. The last of the goo bubbles away. The Geneforge is finally gone. This device was an incredible threat to the Shapers, and anyone else the Takers didn't like. It is gone, but the knowledge necessary to create it doubtless remains. Somewhere. Your venture in these mountains is nearing its end. Soon it will be time to return to the start, depart this miserable land, and report to the Shaper Council. Eos falls. He was the first of a newer, deadlier breed of Drakons. He had mighty plans to destroy the Shapers. He can't believe that he is about to die. The ground shakes when his body strikes it. The master of Binary Us is gone. He still has the huge gauntlets around his claws. You take them and examine them closely. They are made of pure steel, sheathed in and containing organic components. They are painfully hot and charged with essence. They're too big and hot to be worn comfortably. Since the Geneforge is gone, they aren't useful anymore. You leave them. Now, I know I could have done so much more here, but I mainly did want to go ahead and get to the end game since we were at that point. I felt like I didn't want to have to cover like every side mission. Not that I was getting like bored with the game or anything like that. I mean, the game is fun, don't get me wrong. It's just I really wanted to get to the ending, so that in mind. Yep, we finished them all off. Let's go back to the Dry Peak Worms, talk to Zachary. At last, it is done. All 3 drakes are dead. The danger has ended. Zachary bows his head and softly begins to cry. The common guards look away. He sobs for some time. Then the tension leaves his body. His hands stop trembling. He slumps forward in his seat. At last, he is calm. There is a full minute of silence. Finally, he speaks. It is done. It is all done. I have redeemed myself. I lack the words to thank you for what you have done for me, for all of us. I am done. Go. Go now. Return to the Shaper Council. Only their wisdom can guide us now. Yeah, it's not like I was getting bored with the game. It's just I really wanted to see if I could get to the end game just fine. And I did. I mean, it took some frustration, but I did. And I know I didn't complete every side mission, but I was finding that kind of dull, to be honest. And I really just wanted to join one of the factions, or at least the ones I could anyway, and go from there. But in future playthroughs, I will definitely take advantage of that. So, what I'm actually going to do is save the game right here, and we'll see how Agent Eve's story ends in the next part. So I'll see you all until then.